So obviously we do things like going on roller coasters. We've skydived before. People have bungee jumped. We do things that we're potentially risking our life. My bachelor party, we got launched on the top of the Strat. This is about cave diving.
Caves freak me out.
Dude, this is...
Is it underwater?
Yes.
Dude, that's even worse.
Shake it up.
It is Thursday, my dudes. Welcome back.
Thursday, baby. Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday. And we have something to quench our thirst.
I'm pretty excited for this one. Looks
That's for
very
sure.
good.
We'll do a sip,
Yeah.
a clink, and drink.
Let's get into it.
And then we'll get into it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers to almost the weekend. Ooh, that's yummy.
Wow.
Very good.
That's like cereal milk almost.
It is sweet, but it's not like syrupy.
No.
Like the last
I was a little
week, the
worried
one we
about
had
it.
was syrupy. Like
Yeah.
like too sweet, but this is pretty good.
It is. Who were you asking?
What's the science?
What's the science?
The science.
The science to this, there's no name for it, I don't think.
Give
but
it a name.
I'm going to call this... Oh, man, that was tough.
Right on the spot.
Spicy pump. No.
Please don't.
Let's call this Jack. All right. We're up failing. Here we go. I'm failing.
I'm gonna give it another sip and
All right,
let
let's
you
do-
ponder
yeah,
that for a sec.
Yeah, let me think. Let me think here. She thick. Okay.
All right, this is called the sheath.
All right, this is we're calling this the drunken pumpkin. All right,
Let's get it.
let's get it. So it is surprisingly there is pumpkin puree in this. It's pumpkin puree, Kahlua, vodka. We use Uncle Tito's.
Uncle T, baby.
Uncle T. Maple syrup, and a little bit of cinnamon on the top, and cinnamon stick.
That's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing.
It's very good.
It is very good. It's reminding me of like cinnamon toast crunch milk,
Yeah.
like this at the cereal milk at the
I can
bottom.
see that.
Yeah, it is very good though.
Yeah, that hits the spot.
It does.
That's good.
Definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend it. I'll throw it in the chat. Not the chat.
Throw it in the chat.
Throw it in the chat, yeah.
Throw it in the group chat.
It's like we're streaming. Yo, what's up, chat? Let's get. I'll put it in the description if you guys are interested. Definitely good for someone who doesn't like the taste of alcohol, but wants to get their buzz. So
I want the buzz.
check it out. Check it out. Yeah.
It's good. It's October, so it's festive. It's on target for that, but it is delicious. It's getting cold out. This morning, I think, was 46 degrees when I woke up or something. Pretty cold. No, I think it was lower, like 43.
It's
And all I'm thinking is that's so close to 30s, which is so cold.
It is really cold. It is. I haven't seen any frosting yet, but it's getting there.
Frosting?
Frosting.
Yum. I'm going to come over
Frosting.
tonight in the middle of the night and put frosting in your yard.
A frosting. There wasn't any frost. There wasn't a frosting.
Just keep
Betty
saying
Crocker.
it.
There isn't a frosting. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
not yet.
Not yet.
It's close. I'm hoping it holds off for another week or two because I just put some seed down.
Oh,
I put
okay.
some topsoil and seed, and I'm like, I need it to start growing before the frost.
I wish you hit me up. It's a little... You should be okay. You should be okay. Yeah.
I had no other choice.
No.
I had my stumps grinded, and I had no time until last weekend to clear it all out.
That's true.
And then once there was big holes in my yard, I had to put some
You
soil
filled
and
it.
seed.
I know. I totally get it. It should still grow. I mean, I just cut the grass yesterday, I think. I think I sent you a Snapchat or whatever. I was like, check these lines. Like, it's still growing. So,
It's insane.
and it's
It's
so
insanity.
green. It's insanity. Well, aside from the cold, which is not my favorite, not exactly your favorite,
Not quite.
not quite, it is officially hockey season.
Let's go, baby. Bruins are back.
Yeah.
Off to, they've only played one game at this point, and they lost, unfortunately. But they lost to the defending champions.
They did.
The Florida Panthers, who play really good hockey. And the Bruins have a lot of new players that are still kind of figuring out how to mesh it well together. So,
yeah,
on paper, they're gonna do well. They should be They should be a playoff team, and we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah, I agree. I think you said it best. I think you need to look at the first game of the season against the champs. They're so hyped up.
Plus, we didn't have our starting goalie in.
No. He was
not to make excuses. They should have played better, but
I know.
There was a nice little comeback at the end. They ended up losing 6-4, but it was 6-2 with like 5 minutes left.
It was bad.
And the announcers, the ESPN guys, they drive me nuts. Let me know if they drive you nuts. I like my hometown New England Sports Network, Nesson announcers.
Yes.
But the ESPN guys were like, "Oh, this game's long over. Florida played a great game," which they did play a great game. But I'm like, "Shut up! It's not over."
I know.
And sure enough, they got 2 more goals, and I'm like, "All right, this could be." They pulled their goalie at the end. They almost even got a 5th goal. They've definitely made it a little bit more interesting and better to watch towards the end. It's just they've done this for the last 5 to 10 years. It's just they start too late. It's like, all right, this is great, but you should have been doing this the whole game, not the last 3 minutes of the game. So
right.
A little frustrating, but again, it's the first game, plenty of room to grow. They have a lot of new players. Our goalie wasn't in, but I'm looking forward to the season.
Me too. I don't know much about the goalie that started, but apparently he did really well.
He did really well, and he did really, really well in that game too. And ESPN guys did say that. I'm like, yeah, but he still let in 6 goals, but he made a lot of really, really good saves. It could have been 10-4. You know, like they had a lot of opportunities that he actually did make some good saves. So there's some hope there. I think the Bruins goalie coaching is like top notch.
Yeah,
Tim Thomas, Tuukka Rask, Ullmark, Swayman. It's like they make good goalies. I don't know what their routine is or what their training is like, but we've been lucky to have a lot of really good goalies the last decade.
We have.
And beyond even. So 2011 when they won the last time, that was Tim Thomas.
Right.
He was awesome. Then Tuukka came in. Tuukka was awesome for a good 8 years or so. Ullmark and Sway.
Yeah, of course, Sway. I know. Well, good luck to Linus.
So what's funny is they just gave him another extension, Linus Ullmark at the Ottawa Senators, and it matches Swayman's annual average of $8.25 million. So they're both making $8.25 million a year, which is
I wonder.
Cool.
It is cool. He was good.
They're both awesome.
Yeah, I know he slipped up at the end, but
yeah, it happens. Those 2 Bruins goaltenders took them a lot further than they should have gone, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, it's a huge help, obviously. But when Swayman came in earlier this week and signed his contract, he's just like, the goal is a Stanley Cup, and I think he's highly motivated now, especially with $66 million over the next 8 years. So I think he's going to do really well, and I have high hopes, high expectations.
So do I. Cheers to that. Sway is the way. As they say.
You want to lay by the bay and eat some hay? I just
That's right. Yeah. As they say, a disastrous first 30 minutes, but they definitely picked up. So it was like 3.5 minutes, right, to the end, and we had Freddie.
Yep.
And Pasta.
Yep.
Got goals. Yeah.
Yep.
So it was sick. 6-4.
And I've been watching. You got to start watching Behind the Beat. It's a YouTube series of like the behind the scenes. That's honestly how I learned so much about these guys and their training and different things. And
they're mic'd up too, right?
Educational. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were saying, someone was saying that they have really high expectations for Frederick this year, and they think that this is going to be like he's had a couple of really good breakout years, but he had Taylor Hall passing to him. He had David Krejci passing to him. Like he had really good people on his line.
Okay.
But they're saying that, they're saying he's going to have a good year. And what the Bruins did a lot this postseason, I think they're kind of going back to their roots. They've always been the big, bad Bruins. And, they had Zdeno Chara, 6'9".
Yeah.
Brandon Carlos, 6'6" or something like that. They also signed a bunch of really big guys. So Nikita Zadorov, he's like 6'7".
Yeah, he's a tank.
Mark Kostelik is 6'6". Like they really are trying to build a big team this year.
Right.
And it's funny because they actually have the Bruins are the biggest team in the NHL this year with like height and weight ratio.
Okay.
So it should be good. That's the type of hockey we like to watch is physical hockey, big hits, big fights.
That's right.
Gets you going.
It does get me going.
So I'm excited for
Sure
this
enough,
year.
a fight broke out. A couple of them.
Yep.
Gloves right off. I was like,
Mark
let's go.
Kostelic got in a fight, and he's a big guy. And we kind of got him for that reason. Like, we needed more tough guys. Like, we only really had Frederick, who was willing to step up, and now we have a couple more guys. But unfortunately, he kind of got manhandled. He was. They're on ice.
Yeah.
Let's not forget this. So you lose your balance, you're sliding out.
Oh, yeah.
So you really need to like be locked in, and I think he just wasn't. And unfortunately, he got taken down. But I like to see that in his first regular season game as a Bruin. He's willing to step in and fight and get the guys going. So
right.
when you're down, that's kind of the motivation you need.
You do. You need it. Plus, you got weapons on your feet.
Yeah.
We know how that happens, how that works.
Scary. I know. I went to college with a guy. He's like, hockey's so badass. You're like going this crazy high pace, high physical game, but you also have knives strapped to your feet.
Literally.
I'm like, yeah, kind of.
Literal knives. Yeah. More like a samurai sword.
Yeah.
Like machete.
Machete. Yeah, but I'm excited. It's going to be a good season. They're actually playing tonight. Swayman's starting at home against the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, they are playing tonight. Yeah,
yep,
sure.
and then they play Saturday as well.
All right, cool.
So
I'll have to tune in.
Start catching some games.
Yeah, I know. It's that time.
Yep.
We'll keep up with the hockey talk.
Yeah. Also, this year we have a brand new team in the NHL. The Utah Hockey Club currently is what they're calling themselves.
Yes.
They looked really good. They played after the Bruins the other day, so I caught the first period of the game, maybe the first half of the game.
They play the Islanders.
I don't think so.
I thought they did. Oh, look. I thought there was the Islanders.
The King. I thought it was the Kings or something. I don't know, but they played really well. Oh, was it Vancouver or Seattle? It's one of those West Coast teams, I think. But they played really well. They won. Their captain scored, which is always cool. It's
that's cool.
That's a good feeling for them. And they're talking about changing their name or creating a name because right now they're just calling themselves the Utah Hockey Club. They're talking about potential names such as the Utah Yetis, the Utah Venom,
Mammoth.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different names and talking, but that they're talking about. But I guess we won't really know until they come out and pick one.
I got them here just in case.
Yeah.
You're right. It was the Blackhawks.
Oh, I didn't say that, but
Oh, they're just. Oh no, you said Canadians. Yeah, I know, and I said Islanders. The reason why I said that was because I was looking earlier today. They're playing Islanders tonight.
Utah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played well. They won, and they looked good. So, for those that don't know, when a new team comes to the NHL, they have an expansion draft, and so basically, I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say you have 25 guys on a roster, you can lock in 18 or 19 of them, and then those last 6 or 7 players, the new team gets to kind of come around and pick who they want from these teams and offer them contracts and deals and everything. So they kind of just pick from a little bit from every team and build a new team, and it's cool. It's cool to see a new team come in. We had Seattle Kraken come in 4 or 5 years ago now at this point.
Yeah.
They're talking about expanding into Atlanta and Houston, which is funny because the Calgary Flames, I think, used to be in Atlanta, and they moved them up to Canada.
I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's cool. It's a growing sport.
I know. It's
People
been a
like
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems random, but you gotta have a team come out of.
Yeah. So what are the other
States.
names they're talking about for Utah?
So as you've said, it's Hockey Club, Utah Hockey Club right now. But they were in the final 6. Utah Blizzard, the Hockey Club. One of the options was just to stay that. The Utah Mammoth, Utah Outlaws, which is kind of cool. Utah Venom, which is also kind of cool, and the Utah Yetis.
Yeti's growing on me. I do like. I think Outlaws and Venom sound cool, but
Fierce. It's kind of like the fierceness.
I'll be
Outlaws.
curious to see. So I think the owner of the Utah Jazz in the NBA is the one that, when they said, "Oh, we're talking about making a new team," he said, "Well, why don't we bring him to Utah?"
Yeah.
And so I think he's the owner, but so he'll make that decision hopefully soon. I don't want to go a whole year being called the Utah Hockey Club.
No.
It's like in the NFL, the Washington Redskins became the Washington Football Team or something like that. Football club.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's weird.
I don't know if they've changed it since then, but It is weird. It's like give yourself a name.
I know that it takes a while.
Who
with
cares?
The
Just pick
copyright
one.
stuff, but pick one.
Pick
yeah.
a name out of a hat and go with it, and make some merchandise. I saw this stat today. Did I send it to you? It said that in their first game, Utah sold like $150,000 or $250,000 worth of alcohol.
Oh yes,
It's
yes,
in their first game.
Yes, yep. I saw that. That's insane.
Yeah, but I'm just happy it's hockey season. I'm glad to watch.
Same.
I
It's
think
fun.
there's a lot of good talent. There's a lot of young talent, which is cool.
There are.
Connor Bedard is in his second year playing for Chicago, and he's only 19.
Oh wow.
And then the Bruins also have a 19-year-old Matty Patra.
And the other one too, Lorelai.
Laurai.
Yeah.
Mason Laurai. Yeah, he's like 20 or 19. Yeah, these
He's a
guys are
young one.
young.
Yeah, and he scored his first goal.
Yeah,
last season.
Laurai's awesome. He played in the playoffs, and unfortunately Matt Patra got hurt and didn't play for much of the year. But Mason Laurai, he's a defenseman. He played in the playoffs, and he kept his cool. That can be a lot of pressure. You're at the highest level of the sport. You're in front of hundreds of thousands of, probably millions of people
Oh yeah.
watching, especially in the NHL playoffs. And he kept his cool. He played well. He made some good passes. He had some good shots, and I think he even scored. I forget who said it, but I was watching Behind the B last year when he was first starting, and they said, don't be afraid to shoot. And I think that's like, I don't know if, just general stuff, but like I've seen him shooting a lot, and that's why he's got goals already.
Yeah. Just got to shoot.
Wayne
Rather
Gretzky said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's very true. Very true. Yeah, I'm stoked. We're back.
Oh, yeah.
Being October, you got Halloween coming up. You got spooky times coming up. And so, you know me, I'm coming back at you with some rankings. I got the top candies for Halloween, worst candies, and then I figured because we kind of been reminiscing and going being nostalgic.
What do you
I
got?
also had kids, like growing up kids, like drinks, snacks, treats that have been discontinued
Oh.
to like hit that. So.
When you said that, the first thing that came to my mind was like the little sticks you dip in the funfetti stuff.
Oh, like Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos,
yeah,
thank you,
Dunkaroos. Yeah, those are discontinued.
I thought you were going to say disgusting. I was like,
Disgusting.
bro.
No. Yeah. So we'll start off with the best. Not, like rank the best. Again, there are websites out there that probably have minor tweaks or changes or different results, but this is for the U.S. So
What do you got?
that's what it says. So we'll go from lowest to highest.
So the worst.
Not worst, just like the lowest in the best rank. So I'm going 10 to 1 instead of 1 to
But
10.
they're still the best ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
considered.
Gotcha.
So for number 10 here, we got Airheads Extreme Sour Belts.
They still make those, don't they? What's the
No,
sour belts?
These aren't discontinued,
Oh.
just like best
Oh, yeah,
choice, yeah.
My wife loves those. I love
Yeah.
them. Those are so good.
Yeah, I know. They're so like thin, but that's why I usually just take a handful.
Whenever
and
I
just
put them in, I'm like, I'm just eating straight poison right now.
I
Straight
know.
toxic,
Yeah.
toxic poison waste. Just-
dyes,
I'm like, there's
gum.
nothing natural about this.
nothing. We got coming in at number 9. We have M&M's peanut milk chocolate covered candies.
Peanut, boo. There's so much
Peanut.
better, like the M&M peanut butter or the M&M
Oh,
pretzel
yeah.
or the M&M like crisps.
Dude, the crisps.
Like they're like Whopper almost, but M&Ms.
Yeah, it's got almost like the Rice Krispie
Yeah.
beads
Oh,
in it.
dude.
Dude, the crunch, that and the pretzel
Yeah.
is so
the
good.
pretzel
yeah.
ones are so good.
I'm not a huge the peanut guy, but
Yeah.
8, we got Mike and Ike Chewy Candies Assorted Fruit Original.
Those are so underrated.
I
I would
believe
never,
it. I believe
ever
it.
walk into like a CVS or a convenience store and buy them. But
Yeah.
if I ever got them in my Halloween candy, they weren't like ever the last thing in the bag. I was like, these are good.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I remember.
They're kind of like Swedish fish, like just a chewy.
Just chewier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like being at the like a store or something, and like you put the quarter in and turn
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
and
100%.
cup your
Fuddruckers or
hands.
something.
Yeah, cup your hands. Yeah, they're probably in there for like 5 years, but they were still good.
I always wondered about that.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this
how long?
gumball is concrete.
Right. Broke my teeth, but we got coming in at number 7. We got the Trolley Sour Bite Crawlers Gummy Candy.
Yeah.
The crawlers are the best.
I think
love
Trolley's
that.
good.
Yeah, Trolley's great. 6, We have Kit Kat milk chocolate, the king size.
Kit Kat is
So good.
like in my top 2.
Yeah. The king size for sure because it's just so much of
I
it.
feel like in my eyes, Kit Kat and Reese's are like tied for like the best.
Yeah.
Like if I go into a store, that's what I'm buying. It's either that or that.
I know.
I used to be a big like Three Musketeer or Milky Way type of guy. My wife
Same.
loves Snickers, but the
Same.
Reese's or Kit Kat are my favorites.
You know what would be awesome if they did a Reese's cup with a small Kit Kat like in the middle of it.
We should
so it's
make
like
this.
We should.
The best
Take
thing,
note.
not to go too far off track, is making s'mores with these types of candy.
Yes.
Like the Reese's s'mores,
Thins.
the Reese's Thins, yeah.
Oh,
I bet even Kit Kat
game
would be
changer.
good.
Oh, I bet it would be
Let's
so
do it.
good.
Let's go do it right now.
I know. All right, these guys. We'll definitely have a fire, and we'll do that. Number 5, we got the fish aquarium rocks, the nerds. No, it's the sweet and tangy gummy cluster candy.
Ooh, those are good.
My wife
The
loves
clusters,
those.
like remember Nerds ropes?
Yes, that.
It's the same thing with just cutting to smaller bite-sized pieces.
I never have been a nerds guy until recently, and those have grown on me.
Yeah, the clusters are good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's number 5. Number 4, you mentioned you got Snickers. Number 3, we got Twix. Can't go wrong with Twix.
Oh, I do love Twix.
It has to be Twix. I've had knockoffs and like store brands.
Yeah.
It just doesn't taste the same.
Twix, and then they make like a couple different ones. Are they the ones that make white chocolate, or am I thinking Kit Kat? I know Kit Kat.
Kit Kat,
does,
but I think Twix did a
they
dark
did a
chocolate.
cookies and cream.
Yes,
is what
they
it
did.
was. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
yes.
pretty good.
It is.
Yeah,
Number 2 kind of surprised me. It's Gushers.
Gushers isn't like candy.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it is, but
Yeah.
like it's not like you don't see
Not
Gushers
candy bar.
when you walk up to CVS and they got that row of candy. You don't see Gushers there.
So this is, I should have, I thought I did, I probably didn't, but this is like trick-or-treating candy, like trick-or-treat candy, like what you're getting in the bag.
I don't know
It's
how many times
like
I ever got Gushers.
Halloween
but
candy.
Definitely I have, but
Yeah, they usually do like the mini fun pack size.
pretty good. But we actually, it's funny you mentioned that. My wife and Sabrina and I were talking about what is better, Gushers or Fruit by the Foot. They both said Fruit by the Foot's way better.
So I guess I'd like Gushers more because I'll tell you why. When it came to Fruit by the Foot,
Yeah.
I was foot by the Foot. I would roll it up and make it into like a ball to like chew on it. So I like needed. I just like.
I never was
needed
allowed
some-
to have those because I got so many cavities from them when I was like 4, 5, 6.
I know.
I don't know.
I got quite a few growing up, but I think I was more prone. I took care of my teeth, but
Yeah.
Number 1, it's obvious.
Reese's, baby.
Reese's milk chocolate peanut butter cups.
Reese's.
Number 1, absolutely my favorite go-to. If they're in like the little dish, like at a party or something,
yeah.
the single
The little
wrap.
singles.
Oh man, so good,
Yeah.
so good. Well,
The best is when you take the little paper off the cup and no chocolate sticks to the bottom. You're like, yes, a clean one. Like, because you get a melty one and the bottom is just like stuck to it. So when you take the paper off, it like peels off the bottom. I'm like, come on.
I know.
I want my money back.
That's right. That's why sometimes it's good to like chill them for a little bit, so it's not as warm.
You know what we have and have had a lot? Not a lot, but a frequent returning participant of our candy bowl at home is Charleston Chews.
Dude,
The little mini vanilla Charleston Chews, they're so good.
I just did trivia at work, and the Charleston Chew came out in 1725, I think.
Wow.
I think it's 17 or 1825.
So I don't know the relation, but I'm assuming it's Charleston, North Carolina.
yeah, I think it's a down south thing.
North Carolina or South Carolina? Charleston?
Charleston's
North?
Let's look. Let's look.
David, show us a map of where Charleston is.
Yeah, Charleston, I think is.
I want to say north.
North. Yeah.
Final answer, Bob.
Yep. Let's see. We are incorrect.
Damn it.
Damn it! I quit. It's South Carolina.
Well, we knew it was one of the Carolinas at the very least.
Yeah, Charleston Chews. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one. And I like them frozen.
Yeah, we've frozen them. They just like when they're frozen, they just like break in half. So sometimes I like to not have them frozen too, but I'll have them.
I hear you. Yeah. All right. So we got worse now.
All right.
All right. Halloween candy.
I bet I'm gonna disagree with half of these.
You think?
I don't know.
All right.
I like candy. I have a sweet tooth.
I mean, same. Little one though. Like I like them at little like pieces at a time. Like I can't just do like a whole bag of.
Oh, definitely not.
I feel sick. All right, number 10, Good and Plenty.
Yeah, pass.
Pass.
Are those the ones that are like white and pink?
Yes.
And they're like licorice?
Yes.
Dude, screw that
Yes.
candy. Whoever invented that candy needs to go to hell.
It's like pink, purple, and white.
Dude,
Awful.
those are the worst.
And it replaced Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Rolls was considered, according to this, was
That's
was
horse
on the
crap
top
because Tootsie
number
Rolls are
10.
so good.
Tootsie Rolls. So I'll say this: they used to be way better years ago. I feel like now they've become way more waxy.
Yeah, I don't care. They're still
Like,
good.
Have you ever had Cowtails?
Yeah.
Oh, so good. And
It's
Bullseyes.
so a long, long time ago. Before, so back in like the 2010 era, I'm going to say. Before I moved to California in 2013, Planet Fitness, and actually when I lived out there, Planet Fitness used to have a huge bowl of Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, they still
It was
do.
in Andover, and it was out in San Diego, too.
It was the flavored ones, though.
They
the
don't,
Tootsies.
they don't have it at the one I used to go to in Salem.
Okay.
But
Yeah. What were
they
the
had
grape
purple
ones?
Yeah.
What the heck are they called?
I don't know. Grape Tootsie
I don't
Rolls.
know. Yeah, they're called like Toots. I gotta look that up too, because it's gonna drive me crazy.
Tootsie Rolls are underrated.
They are, but
But yeah, Good and Plenty, trash. Absolutely. Like, not even considered a candy
no.
in my eyes. It's like the black licorice, right? It's awful.
Yeah, it's awful. It's like the worst flavors ever in a box.
I wonder if black licorice is on this list.
It might.
Have you seen black licorice in the last 10 years?
Like,
Did it
no.
go away? Did it disappear?
Probably. I mean, if
They're
you
like,
go,
why make it bad when we make it good with red?
if you're in like say a 7-Eleven or a convenience store, you know how they have the store brand like bags you can buy like 10 for 10.
Yeah.
They do have a black licorice and a red
Pass.
pass. They're called Fruities. Frooties.
Yeah.
Fruities. I knew it was something Tootsies or Tooties.
Yeah.
Toots.
I
My goods.
remember the purple ones at Planet Fitness.
They're still there. All right, we got coming in at number 9, Bit-O Honey.
I don't know if I know it.
So it's
Is there
honey.
a picture of it?
No, but this might help you out. So it's like a little wax papered twist on each side. It's got a bee on it, and it's like honey. It's like a chewy, like caramelly honey. It's hard. It's like a hard chew. It's got a bee on it. It's like yellow.
I like honey. Do you
It's
like
like
honey?
opaque. Yes, I do.
Not everybody does. Like, my wife doesn't care for it at
I
all.
like honey.
Yeah.
Yeah. The opaque. It's like a yellowish orange flavor. Not flavor, color. I'll try and look up a picture, but it's got a bee on it.
I don't know it. It sounds. It doesn't sound like a Reese's to me.
No, it's very hard to chew. Like I think that's the biggest turnoff is like it's so rock hard when you're biting down. Then it almost feels like it's pulling on your tooth, you know?
Mm. That's like Lifesavers. It's like they make gummies.
God,
It's like
yeah.
why ever buy the hard ones ever again?
Right.
Unless
Except
you're like sucking on a candy, but
Right.
the gummies, dude, that's one of my favorites.
like the Lifesavers, the mint ones when you would go in the dark and crack them down and it would do like little lights, like flashing lights.
Never
No?
heard of it.
Yeah, it sparks.
You'll have to show
it
me.
Sparks. I will. Let's go in the dark. Yeah, the original like
It
wintergreen.
sparks.
Yeah, it's like it
Interesting.
flashes. Yeah.
That can't be good for you.
No, no. And then you're ingesting it. Number 8, we got Smarties.
I like Smarties.
You do like Smarties.
My wife loves Smarties.
I'm like, it's in between for me. Sometimes I'm in the mood. Sometimes
I
I'm
agree.
not.
It's definitely hit or miss. Like sometimes they hit so good. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really care for that.
And they have
It's
chewy
chalk.
ones now. Yeah. They have chewy ones
Smarties?
now.
Oh
yeah.
like they come in like a bigger roll.
Right. Same with Sprees. Sprees was like a harder candy, and they also have like the soft chews now. So
Chewy Spree is my wife's favorite candy,
they're so good.
hands down.
They're so like flavorful.
I think we have them in the cabinet at home.
It's like orange soda. The yellow's like a lemonade
Dude,
soda.
orange and purple are my favorites. I don't really care
so
for
good.
yellow. I don't really care for green. Red's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. Cherry.
I think that's it. Orange is my favorite, I think, or purple.
Number 7, your favorite, black licorice.
Black licorice sucks. I don't know.
It's so
Maybe
bad,
it's an
man.
acquired taste.
It
and
is.
I didn't like it as a kid, but I
Licorice.
definitely don't like it now either.
No. Licorice is you like it or love it or hate it. There's no
Like
in
I
between.
love like Twizzlers.
the red though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had red vines?
Mm-mm.
A lot of people on the West Coast have it. It's the same thing.
Is it like a more organic or natural flavoring or something?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's if I remember
vines.
correctly, they're softer, but they're like almost have like a powder coating on them,
Okay.
like to make them like split better. I don't know, but they're not great.
Okay.
Twizzler is way better than Red Vine.
I'll have to try them out.
Try them out.
Number 6, wax Coke bottles. Those were the worst.
What are those?
So they had the colored flavored juice things, but there also was one that tasted like Coke.
Yeah.
But dude, I remember like you were supposed to just bite the top. That was the point. I would put the whole thing in my mouth.
That's like a whole memory unlocked right there. That's crazy.
Oh, wait till
you put the whole thing in your mouth. Tell me more.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I would put it in, chew it, and then spit the entire thing out. Yeah, wow. Waxy.
Spitter, huh?
Yeah, whoa. Man.
Wait, but before you move on.
Yeah.
That reminds me of gummy Coca-Colas. Those are so good.
Where the top is like whitish and the bottom is brown.
Yeah, dude. Those are so good.
It really tasted
when I think of those, I also think of like the blue gummy sharks.
Oh, man. With the white bottoms.
Yeah.
It was like a...
Yep, and then the tops were blue. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, wait till we get to this next part.
I'm excited.
And I'm pretty sure with the wax Coke bottles, it had a little fizz to it, so it made it seem carbonated.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely, they somehow made that flavor connect.
Yeah, I know. Science. Number 5, Mary Jane's. So I've heard of these. I've never actually had them, though.
Can you Google a picture? I want to see what they look like. I've never heard of them.
Sure. So it's a peanut butter molasses like taste.
I'm not a big fan of molasses.
Yeah, it's not.
But
it's
I've
not
never
good.
heard of it.
Yeah, it's. I'm pretty sure it's wrapped up the same as the Bit-O Honey. Yeah, so this is Bit-O Honey. You've probably seen these. It's coming up on Amazon. Bit-O Honey.
Oh yeah. Those actually
Bit-O
aren't
Honey.
so bad.
They're just hard. That's the problem.
Did those? Maybe I'm thinking of the one you're talking about now because I remember like a peanut buttery one.
So I
They
think
look just like that.
Yeah. So
Maybe
this
that
is
is
the
these.
Mary Jane's. Yeah. This one comes in the same kind of wax paper. Mary Jane's.
That's how you know it's good.
I know. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Well, unless it comes portable. Yeah, these are them. Here we go.
Yeah. Dude,
Yes.
those are what I'm thinking of. I actually do like those.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the little peanut buttery taste of like a chewy.
So you can buy them in a bag, but yeah.
That's so funny.
But you can.
I never would have ever in a million years known that was the name. I just I'm like,
Mary
peanut butter
Jane's.
thing.
Well, I think too. There's like O something. There's Bit-O Honey and there's O something else. But there's a couple of caramel peanut butter.
Those actually
chews.
aren't awful.
Like these is what this is what I remember.
Yep.
It looks like a bow tie thing. So here's one unwrapped. So
those are
looks like a
better than you'd think.
I know. Yes, crack it, man. All right, we're getting to the end. I know you said you might disagree with a lot of them, but so far it's been kind of accurate, pretty accurate. Number 4, Necco wafers.
I gotta see what those are.
Wax tube, thin, chalky, just crunchy. Like
Let me see a picture.
Okay, they have.
I'm a visual learner.
Let's visualize together. They have
What's
a
it called?
licorice Necco wafers.
Necco. Oh, Necco the brand.
Yeah.
The wafers.
They look like quarters,
Yeah.
and one of them is licorice flavored. They are the worst ever.
Oh yeah, those suck, dude.
Suck. And they're out of business
Yeah,
now.
they're like eating Tums.
Oh, it's awful. Yeah, it's like I
Except
don't have
Tums are
heartburn.
better.
I would rather have it.
I love
I'd rather
Tums.
have. Oh, Tums are great, especially like the fruit smoothies.
Oh
or-
yeah.
They tried to make them so appealing to everyone. They did. I'm pretty sure they did like a fizzy one.
The Tums?
Yeah, it's like a soda. Like you're drinking soda. It's supposed to be, whatever. Yeah, terrible. Number
I'd rather
3.
Tums than Necco.
Yeah, awful. Chalk is the best description. We got candy corn. Absolutely cannot stand candy corn. You like candy corn, I know.
I grew up like having it. My mom would put it in the candy bowl,
same.
and I was like a little fiend, so I just go have some.
You know the
Lindsay hates them
pumpkins?
too.
The pumpkin ones?
Yeah.
Those I didn't mind because there was more to chew.
It's sad because that's like a staple, not a staple, but like I grew up having it, and now my wife hates them, so she doesn't buy them.
I couldn't. I don't know.
I like candy corn.
I think it's the wax. The wax.
They're definitely a weird texture and a weird candy, and I can
What's the
see why
flavor
people don't
supposed
like
to even
them.
be? Because it's not corn, obviously. I guess because it's corn syrup, right?
I don't know. Vanilla. They make the chocolate pumpkins. Have you ever had those?
Yes, I've seen those.
Yeah.
They've had flavor ones too. I'm like, oof.
Yeah.
Like
definitely,
cherry
definitely a
and-
weird one for sure, but I like it.
It's a hit or miss.
I would always, so the candy corn was like white, orange, yellow, and I always try to bite it off in like the color.
Yes,
I don't know if it's like an autistic trait or something. Like, I'd be like, all right, I got to get the white. And I look at them like, dang it, there's still more white.
Well, because they're pointed.
Yeah.
So I used to put them like fake teeth. Did you do that? Like a walrus or like
course,
vampire?
yeah.
Yeah. Of course. Well, we're boys. We were boys. Now we're men.
Oh, thanks for the clarification.
Number 2, this is what we were doing as kids. Peanut butter kisses.
We're
horrible.
doing what as kids? Peanut butter kisses. Let me see. I don't.
So it's Hershey Kisses, I think.
It's Hershey,
but
they
it's
made
just
it peanut butter?
So it's like I'll look them up. I'm pretty sure they offer neither the charm of Reese's nor the indulgence of other peanut butter candies.
I don't. I can't recollect
Let's look
it.
them up. I know.
It's funny you mentioned Hershey's. They do make a bunch of different ones.
Okay.
They make a brownie batter Hershey's Kiss that's actually very, very good. But, they make the spearmint ones in the Christmas season. They make the chocolate ones, the original ones, which are so good, honestly, once in a while.
So this is what's coming up. It looks like some off-brand, just like really bad candy.
Yeah.
So it must be like
Looks like Market Basket brand.
I know. It's
which Market Basket has great stuff.
Melster candies, peanut butter kisses. Yeah, dude, it's like taffy.
Yeah,
awful.
Thanks.
No
Those look
thanks.
bad. That
like
was
salt water. Number 2.
Number 2.
What do you think? Number
You
one
just
is?
mentioned saltwater taffy. That's a good one too.
Those are good if they're made well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the blue raspberry ones.
Ooh.
Like you're at like Salisbury Beach, you get a blue raspberry saltwater taffy.
Yes, it is really. If they're done right, you get them at like a homemade candy store. They are very good.
All right, what's number 1?
Number 1 is circus peanuts.
Yeah,
airy, just like foam, like just
they're supposed
melty.
to be like marshmallows, right? But they're like
supposed to, yeah.
But they're like, are they peach or something? They're like
No.
they're orange or
It's like peanut buttery. Like there's no real taste to it.
yeah, those are trash.
Giant. They look like peanuts. Circus peanuts.
I
awful.
would have put number 10 at number 1 spot though.
Mhm.
Good and Plenty. Probably I'd almost rather have black licorice over Good and Plenty.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
The lesser of two evils.
I know. At least you could like eat them. These are terrible. Again, these are ranked in its opinions, but
yeah. I mean, let us know what's
up.
your favorite candy.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite candy? What's something that was on the list or that you were surprised at, or maybe something that wasn't on the list? And,
yeah. What wasn't exactly? Because
there's some good ones out there for sure. Like Three Musketeers and Milky Way were not on that list.
no.
Those are a couple of my favorites, honestly.
Yeah.
I haven't had Three
Yeah.
Musketeers in a long, long time. You know what I had the other day, actually? I was at a business, and they had a little candy bowl out front. And it's like the Hershey's, Crackle, and Good.
Yes.
What's the good Mr. Goodbar.
Good Mr. Goodbar, yep.
I had a Crackle, which is like one of my favorites,
So
dude.
good.
It's like a Crunch bar, but mini.
Yes.
They're so good. It's got the little Rice Krispies in it type of thing.
Those are the best.
You never see like...
Full bar?
I don't think Crackle makes a big bar. They only have
They
the little
might.
Halloween candy ones.
I know, like assorted.
We should order some
assortment.
because we did the Swedish candy a while back. We should order some like different, like maybe English candy or French candy or something, and like
Oh, I'm down. I'll
try
be
it on
down.
the podcast.
Yeah, let's do it.
We did the Swedish ones. That was awesome.
So there's actually a couple stores locally.
Yeah,
That
is there one in
import.
Hampton or something? Newburyport maybe.
Well, from the UK, British candy. So. And it's imported from there, so you're getting the real deal.
Go.
We'll have to
I'll
do that.
Venmo you.
Yeah.
We'll try some different candies out.
Hell yeah!
Let us know if you're from a different country than the U.S. Let us know your favorite candies because we want to try them. We're going to order them and we're going to have them right here on the pod.
That's right.
Maybe David will even give us a couple of pointers.
Give us some. Yeah.
He'll say, "You got to try this. Don't try this.
Don't try this." Yeah. I kind of want to try.
Shake a penny out of your nickels.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a penny in my boot.
Yeah. Right. Shake the
Sorry,
underloaf. Shake me underloaf. What the hell? Yeah. I want at least like one or two.
That's a
bad
reference
ones,
to our different country slangs that
Yes.
I was a little mind blown at.
Yeah. David loves that.
What was the one that I got to go pay a penny or something like that?
Oh, yeah,
because you have to pay to use a urinal or something.
Which made more sense after I realized. People commented and said, still to this day too, but like when you're on the train or a bus or something, you have to use the what do they call them? The Udahoo? No, the Toodaloo. No, what the hell do they call them? Something Loo. The Loo. The Whirlaloo. Something Loo. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a penny back then.
I hate change, so I would I wouldn't be good at that.
I know.
Like change as in the monetary coin.
Yes.
Not changes and like seasons changing.
That's right.
I do like that. But yeah, I get changed and I have like a jar at home. I'm like, I don't need this ever again.
No.
Maybe in 10
Until
years
one
I'll cash
day.
it in. I'll have like $10 or something.
Melt it down. Yeah, right. It'll be all digital by then. All right, so we went from top ranked best candy, top worst ranked candies. Now I want to just go through this list, and then we can move on because I got something I want to try and talk about before this ends. But stuff that's been discontinued, but like nostalgic stuff.
Is it just candy?
No, just like food, snacks, sodas. Okay. The deep fried McDonald's apple pie.
I don't know if I've ever had one.
Okay.
Have you?
Yes. Delicious.
Yeah, you like that.
Delicious. I like that warm apple pie.
Because they still do make apple pies, but they don't do deep fried.
No, and like, yeah, they're not the same. Like, you would get them, and like, I remember, like, vividly, I would put it in my hand, and the little cardboard box, and it was like scalding hot, like burning my hand. It was like, but so good when you bit into it after like 15 minutes, where it didn't burn the entire inside of your mouth. But it was like kind of flaky, but sweet, like that buttery dough.
Out.
Yeah, that buttery dough.
Oh.
Like, and then the middle was just packed with the apple pie filling.
I'm calling the cops.
I know.
It sounds illegal.
I've never had this. Maybe you have. The Hershey's chocolate milk powder. So it was like quick.
Yeah, like Nesquik, but Hershey's. I've had that. Yeah. They don't make it anymore?
No. Nope.
Damn, Nesquik ran them out of town.
They did. These I do remember. This unlocks a lot of memories as a child. The Philadelphia cheesecake bars, the ones that you would put in like the fridge. So it had like the drizzle at the top with the raspberry middle.
That in my life. Let me see that.
Yeah. It was by Philadelphia, like the cream cheese brand.
Wow, they look really, really good. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, dude. They had like the cheesecake like graham cracker crust.
Ooh.
And you have to keep them refrigerated, otherwise they would melt.
Right now I'm thinking I wish it was Wing Wednesday.
Wing Wednesday, I know. Let's see here. So this is just more of like a thing, but when you had the surprises in your cereal boxes, so like somewhere in it there would be either a toy, a CD to install like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
What was it before that? It was
Cracker Jacks, right? The box.
Yeah. Because they always had like a little like
a comic.
Yeah.
A tattoo.
Remember Bazooka Bubblegum?
Yes.
That had the little jokes?
Yes.
That was good too.
Yeah. So this is just like having things like floating in your cereal, which they stopped doing. But we talked about this a while back, and like on your cereal would be like install Roller Coaster Tycoon or something. Yeah.
Dude, you would buy cereal with a CD at one point.
Yes. Or music, I think, too.
A CD as in like a game you would put in your computer.
Right.
On a disc.
Right. Dr. Pepper, I've never had this, but it was berries and cream flavored Dr. Pepper.
I've seen something very similar to that recently. I think it was strawberry Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Dr. Pepper's awesome.
It is. It is good. McDonald's, the snack wraps. Those are
They're
longer.
back.
Are they back?
I just saw something like 2 weeks ago that said they're bringing them back.
So sometimes
and some people, like my brother, loves those things.
Dude, the ranch or barbecue ones, I know. Yeah. I think they're back, but only in certain areas because I'd
tap into that.
Oh, yeah. They used to be so good. And they also had a cheeseburger one where they would put the special sauce with the mac sauce with like half of a burger, half of the slice of cheese, lettuce, tomato. I know you're not a tomato guy. Yeah. But in snack wrap form.
Yum.
Dude, this one. Oh, my God. Nestle's Butterfinger BBs. Dude,
BBs.
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
Butterfingers
huge.
are super underrated, too.
Dude, I love Butterfingers.
I saw Butterfinger Fudge, where was I? Craft Fair or something recently. I was like, damn, I bet that's so good.
Dude, and The Simpsons had a huge part in it. There was like, I thought that's what you were doing, Homer. Butterfinger BBs. Yeah.
That's funny.
Dude, another memory unlock. Sobe? Sobe?
Oh, yeah, the drinks.
Did the drinks?
They don't make those anymore?
No, the lizard
that was such
juice?
like a you go to get a roast beef and they had those in the fridge type of thing, or a pizza place.
Yes. Yeah. What was the other one? There was another soda. It was like twisted fruity. Like it was like fruit twists or like fruit hurricanes or something about cyclones. It was like a mystic or something like that.
You're close, I think.
Yeah,
that
mystic.
Rings a bell.
I think it's mystic.
I don't know.
Mystify or mystic.
There's a bunch of different like glass bottle juices or sodas that you'll find at like a local pizza shop or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The real OG dollar menu where everything was 99 cents.
Now they got the $2 meal.
$2, $3, $4. Yeah, it's gone up. But like, just like the picture of a buck. That was it. 99 cents. Dunkaroos. Dunkaroos. Yep. With confetti cake, Betty Crocker icing. I didn't know it was actually
our
Betty Crocker.
Specialty cupcakes at my wedding was a Dunkaroos filling, and I didn't get one, and I'm so sad about it. But the place that we used is in our town, so we can go make that happen.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'll bring a couple Dunkaroo cupcakes to the pod.
That would be sick. I would love to do like a nostalgic like candy throwback or meal throwback.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these I can't believe. So all-day breakfast at McDonald's, that also stopped.
Yeah,
that
stopped a long time ago.
Okay.
They do breakfast till like 10 or something.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll be like, oh, breakfast till 11. Like, oh,
yeah,
my lazy ass can get over there for that.
I guess Taco Bell did a rendition too. They had the apple empanadas. So it was the same kind of thing, but empanadas.
Oh, okay.
Empanada shape. So
Taco
baked.
Bell?
Yeah.
Interesting.
This, I'm going to kind of skip it, but they had they're called Jiggly Jelly Cup candies. They came in different flavors. Do you know these?
Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah. I know the ones that like you have bite into it and we're getting crazy.
Tell me more about that.
Squirting in your mouth.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You like those ones, didn't you?
Yes. Pizza Hut used to have a dessert called Hershey's Dippers. Do you remember these?
No.
Me either. Looks like chocolate, like mini chocolate chips on like
Chocolate Rain.
Trix yogurt. Definitely had that.
They don't make that anymore. Wow.
No.
Trix yogurt was so good, dude. You get let me see that picture again.
Yeah.
The swirls. Half of it's pink, half is yellow, dude.
And you could also
show the audience that one.
That's if you can see this.
Or maybe we'll have David put a picture of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you could also, I think it came with something where you could pour it in or release it, and it would change it to a completely different color as well.
Wow. That reminds me of the other ones that have the Oreo filling, and you take the lid off, and then you'd open it and you pour it in,
shake it or something. Yeah.
They had Butterfingers ones of those.
They did.
What brand was that?
Mini M&Ms. Was it Yoplait?
I don't think so. I have no idea. It was I thought it was like a blue cup, like a blue and white cup, and it had Oreos or like Butterfingers. They had all these different little flavors or toppings. You basically open your yogurt and dump it in.
It was called Yo Crunch.
Let me see.
Yo Crunch. Let me bring up the video.
Yeah, they had Crunch Bar.
The Yo Crunch.
Yeah.
So it had a cap. It was like a mini McFlurry, but it was
that's a throwback.
Yo Crunch.
I don't know if they make those anymore.
No, I don't.
That might be on this list.
Might be. Yeah, and they had a bunch of flavors. This one is a huge throwback for me. This was part of like my lunch in middle school. The Kudos bars, the Kudos.
Oh yeah.
It was like a granola bar, but it was made with like Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
And it had either Dove,
bar, wow.
Dove, M&Ms, or Snickers.
R.I.P. I had the M&M ones. Those were good.
Oh yeah. There's quite a few here, but let's see. I'm just trying to think of ones that are. Dude, the Ritz Bits sandwiches.
Oh, they don't make those anymore?
No.
That's sad.
The graham.
Those were so good.
At least these ones. See? The graham cracker s'mores one.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I remember.
I could really F one of those up.
Dude, the half white, half black, like because they were so perfect. Because obviously they were made with the.
That sounds
machine.
Awesome.
Let's see. Let's do like one or two more.
My school lunch, I almost always had a Capri Sun, and I always had a yogurt and like an apple. Sometimes I'd trade my fruit.
Yeah.
Like, you guys want this banana?
Yeah, banana bread. It's crazy though, because at least someone had the Kudos bars, and I was like,
that was Alex.
That was me.
Other Alex.
Oh, Alex.
He always had Kudos bars.
Oh, dude, we'd be trading all day. He'd be like, "What the hell you have?" Or a snack pack or something.
Snack pack, you're the greatest.
Last one here.
All right.
Altoids, the sours, dude.
Those are so good. I just talked about those
good.
probably in the last few weeks.
They're gone.
I miss those.
They're gone.
Those
man.
were so good.
So good. They were tiny. They were random like object. They look like, I don't know.
What's the flavor in
thingies?
that picture? Tangerine
It's
or something?
Tangerine
Dude,
sours.
those were so good.
And you like popped the end. It was like boop. It's like the tin can because you could see it.
Yeah.
It was like pressed here and it was like.
I miss those.
If you had those around, people were like, yo, let me get some. You're like, let me get a handful. Same
I know.
with the Tic Tacs, like the
So
flavored
our
Tic
school
Tacs.
store always sold Mentos. So Mentos was a big, like, let me get one of those.
Yes.
They had the mint
The
ones, but then they had the
fruity
fruit
ones.
ones. The fruit ones
Yes.
was, we go spend $1, and some kids are working at the little cashier. I'm like, let me get one of those.
Let's go. And now
I'd always be like,
could I have one?
I'd always be like looking in my room for $1, like quarters, and like, I want Mentos tomorrow.
That would, and like the Band-Aid gum and the zebra stripe gum
Oh,
and stuff
yeah.
that people would have, and you could like post, you could like print a tattoo.
What was that?
Ouch, I think was the brand. It
I
was
remember
just
the
looked like
zebra.
Band-Aids. Oh yeah, the zebra was zebra gum. That's all I remember
Yeah.
it. Horrible. Lasted not even 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like,
But-
what's the Wrigley's, the yellow one?
Juicy juice.
Juicy fruit.
Juicy fruit, I mean. Juicy fruit. Juicy fruit. Juicy juice was
It's
Welch's.
crazy because it's so long ago that like I'm like, what's that? What is it called? But yeah,
Juicy
juicy fruit.
fruit.
That was
Juicy
good.
fruit.
That was good gum.
They had a comeback with something that had the flavor of juicy fruit. It might have been the gum. If you know, let us know. But they brought back the flavor in something. And I think it was like a short,
That's a good one.
limited time. Yeah, dude, juicy fruit. Oh, man.
Yep. Good times.
Good times.
What else you got for me?
Something spooky.
Uh-oh. I'm scared already.
I know.
I'm not a big fan of scary movies. They always sucked.
Yeah. Sucked or scared?
You just never like I saw the Paranormal Activities like in middle school probably. Was that middle school? You'd like
Yes.
take your date to like
Yes.
the cinemas and like let's go
That-
see Paranormal Activity because then they cuddle up nice next to you.
That was the whole thing. Guys
Yeah.
are like, gotta go see a scary movie with your girl, and they would be snuggling up with you.
But other than those movies were scary.
Dude,
But
the first one?
there's you never see like Tom Cruise or Brad, like you never see good actors in scary movies because they're always just like crap, in my opinion. I know some people like scary movies. That's fine.
This guy.
Not my flavor.
Not my flavor of the week. It's a great song, by the way. American Hi-Fi. So I love scary movies. I love it where it's like thrillers, mysteries, gore, just messed up stuff. Like, I'm all for it. I love haunted houses. I love all that stuff. But there are really good movies that wouldn't be like horror. Like, someone's not running around with a machete.
Yeah.
But this country...
They're running around with Mike and I. No, not Mike.
Yeah.
They're good and plenty.
The good and plenty, yeah. Don't feed
Eat these good and
yeah.
plenty. No!
Yeah. There's a movie called No Country for Old Men, and that has some really famous people in it, and it takes
I've
place
heard
in
of
like
it. I
the
don't think
middle
I've
of
seen it.
nowhere. Dude, it's scary because it's so you're on the edge of your seat. This guy walks around with an air gun almost, but it's like this thing he made, this concoction that he put together. He built this thing, and it's such a super high blast that he's like blasting out the handles, like the doorknobs and stuff. So people lock themselves in and they're hiding, trying not to make noise, and he just blasts through it. But he's doing it to people's faces and stuff too. So it's going right through their face and like clean
Nice.
shots.
Who's
yeah.
in it?
Let me look it up. He's I wish I knew this name by heart.
I've definitely heard of it. And then there's also like we mentioned Paranormal Activity. There's also like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Those are always like classic scary movies.
Tommy Lee Jones. He's in
Okay.
that. Yeah, he's very, very famous. Oh, and Woody Harrelson is in it as well.
Oh, nice.
But those kind of movies are great because they keep you engaged, but it's not just like slicing people's heads off. Like it's actually scary. But I do enjoy it for this month, October, which is why. So there's two things I wanted to bring up. One, all this hate. This isn't actually a conspiracy theory, okay? This is actually a conspiracy theory. It defines what a conspiracy theory is. Just to clarify, the story we shared, or I shared, if you will, was called the lamp theory. It wasn't a theory, and I wasn't claiming it to be a theory. So, chill out.
Whoa.
Chill out. So this actual conspiracy theory is Reddit and those type of platforms where people can post like threads and stuff. They can share things, ask questions and stuff. So there's this conspiracy theory that has been made that there are usernames that are not real people. They're made by AI, and they're asking simple questions to learn man. So it'll be like, hey, for my left-handed friends or like my left-handed people, like what's the most tricky thing to do, or what daily task do you have the most trouble with? And so then people will answer naturally. But people think, and the theory behind this is that it's actually AI generating these basic questions, like people who only have eyesight out of one eye or people who only can hear out of one ear. It's gaining like the traction.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Zuckerberg, exactly. And people are answering and people are responding, and so they're claiming that the AI is learning man, it's learning human beings. So like how
I'm
to function.
terrified of AI.
Dude, AI is messed up, man.
It's crazy because like the scams out there that like someone calls you and it sounds just like, let's say you're a grandma and someone calls you and like, hey grandma, and it sounds just like you, but it's not you, and you're like, I'm being held captive. I really need you to send some money. Like there's crazy scams out there that you got to be really careful about.
You have to. And I think older generations are more likely to just be like, oh yeah, like I'm left-handed, and they just answer.
Yeah.
And it's not anything like their usernames are normal. They'll just be like Rocket 552 or whatever the username is. It's not something obvious, and it's just asking basic questions like, how do you function on your day-to-day basis without your hand or without your leg? And that's the conspiracy theory. It's they're learning based on people's answers, and they're like, oh, okay, so we don't have arms. We're a computer, so like, how can we get through life without arms? And so that's what they're kind of farming. They're like
interesting
farming.
Well, that's like Boston Dynamic. We got to shut them down,
dude.
They got dogs that can shoot guns and jump over buildings and like crazy shit.
Yeah, to the point where I'm almost feeling bad for a robot, and I shouldn't, because this like dog thing, they're like shoving it over, like completely just tossing them to the floor, and then they get up. Like that's the test.
But they make them jump up blocks, like jump over cars, like they can shoot stuff. It's like, it's insane.
It is. I mean, that's why the military.
Boston Dynamics, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, they're no joke.
We're screwed.
Yeah, the military robots now, they're like letting them go in for bombs and stuff like that. So if it goes up,
that's definitely a good.
That's
thing.
Smart.
And
but
the drones and stuff. But yeah,
it's like they're gonna learn to pick that bomb up without disarming it, and then like bring it back or some crazy thing.
They're gonna take over the world.
Yeah, seriously. Screwed. It's like what's that? iRobot with Will Smith.
Terrifying.
My last thing. This is an old story, but it just started surfacing because it's the stuff I've seen is only from a couple months ago, and people were talking about it. But this is from the 1970s. So
damn, I didn't know you were that old.
No. So talking about like scary stuff. One of my biggest fears. There's two things. One, open water. Freaks me that you can bleep this out, but the fuck out.
No cruises for you.
Not when I'm on a boat. I mean, if you drive me out and then like throw me overboard, and you leave me in open water, goodbye.
Yeah, like I'm dead.
Yeah, that, and then like the claustrophobic like drowning thing, like not being able to breathe.
Yeah.
So there's a story. You might be interested in this though. So obviously we do things like going on roller coasters. We've skydived before. People have bungee jumped. We do things that we're potentially risking our life. My bachelor party, we got launched on the top of the Strat. This is about cave diving.
Caves freak me out,
dude. This is.
Is it underwater?
Yes,
dude. That's even worse.
It is not just the cave, because the cave like diving, where you have to move so strategically to get through like a foot wide cave, pitch black. That freaks me out. No, this is in caves that tight underwater, in water.
I went through a couple caves in Hawaii, and it's like, I definitely feel a little claustrophobic. I'm like, what if this collapses?
Well, let's freak you out a bit.
Freak me out
to end it out here. So this took place in Australia. I don't know why it popped up, but there were other comments that were like, I don't know why this is on my YouTube, but now here I am. It's known as the Shaft. This had to do with a 1973 diving accident in a cave. It's Mount Gambier, Gambier, Gambier. I think it's Gambier. And there were 8 total divers, and only 4 made it.
Woof.
Yeah. So The shaft is the scariest part. It looks like an upside down. It's like I'll show you the picture of it. It's like a U almost. And it was like a sinkhole that they opened up. It's like there's limestone down there. So there's passageways that they swam through that widen naturally because of the limestone and all like the salt water and stuff. But look at this picture. Where's the picture? So this is like where you're traveling in. So you start from the top, but when you either go left or right, it just keeps getting tinier and tinier and tinier.
And darker. There's no light down there.
There's no light.
Yeah.
There's no light.
That's terrifying. No
so
thanks.
I'll summarize the story up, but definitely look up the shaft, the cave story, because it's
Careful what you search.
yeah, it's oh yeah. I didn't even know.
Look up a shaft.
Yeah, the cave diving, the shaft. So yeah, tragic incident. It was 8 cave divers, only 4 surviving. So at about 180 feet deep, diver Smith began experiencing nitrogen narcosis, and I had to look that up. So it's basically it makes you unconscious. It has the ability to.
So when you breathe, you release nitrogen, I believe.
Right. So it alters your
lungs,
your brain and lungs
take
and
nitrogen out of oxygen.
yeah, and you just like become unconscious. It is reversible though, so you like need people around you. So at about 180 feet deep, this diver Smith began experiencing it and decided to return to the surface. Others continued exploring. And these names, like I don't know.
I was going to say,
personally.
smart of him to go up and take care of himself.
Yeah. So these are all the names of the people that were involved. So I'm just reading them. I don't know them, but obviously. Glenn Millott, he was aware of his limited air. He attempted to signal Christine, but lost contact. After surfacing, he used the spare tank and descended to search for the missing divers, but faced zero visibility and had to resurface. So they're going down this cave.
Don't they have lights?
They do, but after a while, you start running out of oxygen. You start running out of battery life. I mean, how long does it last? So it says Christine and Gordon Roberts are in a panic. They swam upwards, but ended up trapped in a dome with no exit. So
That's
this is where it
even
starts.
Worse.
It's pitch black.
That reminds me of like when divers go under ice. I'm like,
yes.
They have to go from hole to hole. I'm like,
And
oh
then
my
you
god,
can't
if you
get
get
out.
stuck, that's terrifying.
And you can't see
have
anything.
nightmares.
You cannot see anything, yeah. They're unable to find their way out, and unfortunately it led to their exhaustion and no air, and they drowned. Their bodies were later found, but one of the other divers, John Bockerman, also succumbed to narcosis and swam deeper into the cave, ultimately drowning. Stephen Millott was found under an overhang, suggesting he may have been buoyant when he died. But the whole point of this is just like doing it for like a living or doing it for the thrill or to explore something. I'm getting chills, like feeling. Imagine being in like a 2-foot width of like a space.
Yeah, no
You're
thanks.
underwater. You've got your gear on. You've got your mask on.
Yeah.
You're slowly like pushing through these little crevices. And they want to go deeper.
Caves already freak me out, but being underwater in one, that's even scarier.
Pitch black too.
Yeah.
And then when like, if we were under there and like, I can't see you anymore. Like something happened.
Yeah.
What do I do? Where do I go?
Yep.
But the panic that set me off and set them off, obviously, was they got caught in this like dome area and like there was no exit.
Yeah. They think they're at the surface, but then they're not.
They're not. Like, where am I?
Yeah. No thanks.
I'm like sweating.
Terrifying.
Yeah, that, I don't know, man. The cave thing.
Yeah.
The loss of oxygen, the I don't know.
I would not do well. Nope. I'd freak out.
I don't want to do that, so don't.
I'll
don't
jump
take
out of
me
an
there.
airplane.
Yeah, right.
But I will
right.
not go scuba diving.
At least there's
in a
light in the
cave.
air. Yeah, you can't breathe in water, so
Yep. Not yet. Maybe someday. Like
AI will
fish.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
AI. Hey, help us out.
Yeah,
Be useful.
be useful.
Damn. Well, that's a one way to end it. Let us know what kind of scary situations you've ever been in or would be terrified to be in. Like, imagine like there's always the would you rather freeze to death or burn to death,
Dude.
or drown? It's like I'd rather I don't know. I
The
don't even know.
hypothermia.
Yeah, maybe that. Either
Yeah.
way, it would suck and you die. So there's some
It would.
that sucks.
Yeah, scary stuff.
Yep. All right, you know the drill. Tune in Thursdays, 11 a.m. New videos are coming out. Check out our reels. Check out our shorts. Check out our Instagram, our TikTok, and that's it.
You've got a busy weekend coming up, but
I got a busy weekend, baby.
the goal for next week is to do a Halloween special.
Yeah.
So throw in some costumes, and have a good time.
Hell yeah. Always have a good time.
Always.
Well, anyways, cheers.
Cheers.
Hope you have a good weekend, and hope you all have a good time.
See you next week.